Welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about the Zeigarnik effect. And Zeigarnik is named after a Russian psychologist named Bluma Zeigarnik. And what she found is that when you have an unfinished task, that you tend to remember it and remember it and remember it more because it is unfinished. And this is known as the Zeigarnik effect. And I'm going to give you some examples of this. So let's say that I was to sing a song for you and I went dun 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 dun. And I didn't fill in the blank. Dun dun. Well, I had to do it because I had that tension there. And that tension is the Zeigarnik effect. We want to be able to fulfill that unfinished piece of business. Now, this is also evidenced with Mozart. Mozart was one time sick in bed, and he had a friend that was coming over. And Mozart said, "No, no, no, leave me alone. I'm sick." And so what his friend did is he played a piano concerto, but he only played about half of it, and then he left. Well, this is where not even illness can prevent the Zeigarnik effect from Mozart wanting closure. So apparently Mozart got out of bed to complete the piece because he couldn't just leave the music unfinished. All right, so when we have unresolved things, our brain wants to find the answer, and this is the Zeigarnik effect. And this is also used with online ads, with clickbait. They'll be using really emotional headlines, but they'll just give you a partial bit of that information, right? You've seen these headlines popping up all over the place. It really makes you want to click on them because it's about shock and you get to see, almost all of the picture, and you want to fill in that blank and get the rest of the picture. You also see this in television shows, where they'll say, and this thing does all these wonderful things for you, and we're going to show you exactly how it works. But first, a message from our sponsors. Or you'll be reading a Charles Dickens book, and then it ends on a cliffhanger. Or maybe you're watching a movie, and it says, "To be continued," right? And it's just, it makes you want to finish it. Well, that's the Zeigarnik effect. And it was also studied again. Here's a study about it in 2006. And in this one, they gave basically the way it worked is that you gave people a puzzle, but not enough time to finish it, and you just want to time them for like a couple of minutes. Well, after the experiment was over, people still wanted to stick around and finish the puzzle, even though there was no reward for doing it. So 86% of the people still wanted to finish the puzzle. So it just shows you that this Zeigarnik effect is something that is in our brains that really wants us to be able to complete our tasks. It's difficult to move forward if we have unresolved issues. And this is really evident when you see people that have got like a phobia, or let's say post-traumatic stress disorder, or they've had a breakup, or there's phantom limb pain. It's like the brain is not getting the full picture. There's like unresolved issues there, and so those problems just keep circulating over and over and over. And it's annoying, without that closure, it's like being Mozart in bed, only hearing half the song. And hey, that's part of the Zeigarnik effect. And I look forward to sharing more with you in the future videos. Bye for now.